Hello everyone, welcome to DC Minds. In my previous video, we saw how we can implement a stack using linked list by adding and deleting element from the start or front side of a linked list. In this video, we are going to learn to implement a stack using linked list by inserting and deleting element from the end or rear side of a linked list. So stack is nothing but a last in first out data structure. What do you mean by last in first out is that whatever the element that will get added last in a stack will be processed first. So the priority will be given to the last element when it comes to processing, that is deleting. Okay, so major two operation that we can perform on stack is push and pop operation. So now we'll see how we can implement this last in first out behavior of the stack using this linked list. Okay, so let's begin. So now what we'll do, we will mimic that last in first out behavior in this slide. So we know we can insert a element at the end of a linked list. So we have given these many elements and we have to construct a linked list by adding the element at the end of the linked list. Okay, so initially the linked list will be empty, that is this null indicates it is empty. And now what we'll do, we'll take these elements and we'll add into this empty linked list. So first we'll take 5 and then add it to linked list, then we'll take 2, then we'll take 15, then we'll take 13. So and finally this will be pointing to null because there is no other elements. So here we have added the element at the end of the linked list. So this operation in a stack will be called as push operation because we are adding the elements. So if you want to learn how you can write the code to perform this operation, like adding the element at the rear of a linked list, you can watch my video on this link where I have explained in detail step by step how you can write the code to add element at the end of a linked list. Now let's see how you can delete an element from the end of a linked list. Okay, so we have given a linked list like this and we have to delete the element from the end, that is this 13 has to be deleted first. So we'll take this 13 and we'll delete. So now the linked list will become like this. So now 15 is the end of a linked list. Okay, so this is called pop operation. So deleting element from the linked list, we can tell it as it is a pop operation. And if you want to write a code to implement this behavior, you can watch my video on this link where you will learn how you can write the code to implement this behavior. So if you observe over here, 13 was the last added elements. Here 13 was added last, but when we are trying to delete, we are deleting it first. So here we are able to mimic the behavior of a stack, that is last in first out. So 13 was added last but it is processed first. Okay, so by inserting and deleting element from the rear or that is end of a linked list, we are able to mimic the behavior of stack. So now let's see the code. So this is the code for adding and deleting element from the end of a linked list. So this is insert, this is the code for insert function and this is code for delete function, and in main function we are calling these functions, and this code will allow you to create a node. Okay, so this code are explained in these two videos where you will can learn how you can write this code, basically these two function, and you will be able to implement the behavior of this insertion and deletion by yourself if you watch this video. Okay, now there can be a situation where you want to create a stack where you want to give a some option to the user. So basically you want to give some option to the user while implementing the stack, that he he can choose which operation he want to perform, whether he want to perform push operation, pop operation, or want to display the content of the stack. So here suppose here 1 means adding the element, 2 means deleting the element, 3 means displaying the element, and 4 means exit. So if I now I'll say 1, that I want to insert the element, and say I want to insert 25, and then again it will give you the choice that what I want to do. So again I'll say I want to insert, and then it will ask for the element that I want to insert. So I'll say want to insert 56, and then I'll say enter. Then again it will ask my choice. Then again I am saying I want to insert by giving the option as 1. So here again I'll say I want to insert 256, and again it is giving me the choice to insert or delete or display. So at this time now I'll say 3. So I want to display the content of the stack. So if you see here, it is displaying this 2, 25, 56 and 256. So now we had added 3 elements. So it's showing 3 elements. Now I want to say I want to delete the element. So I'll give option as 2, and they say enter. So again it is asking me what I want to perform. So I now at this time I'll say 3. So what it is doing, it is displaying the elements. So if you observe here, this 256 has been deleted. Now only 25 and 56 is display. So 256 was added last, but while deleting it is getting deleted first. So we are able to implement the behavior of last in first out, okay, with the help of linked list by adding or deleting from the end of a linked list. Okay, so to write code for this operation, basically if you want to write a code to implement this behavior, you can write the code like this, where you have to first give the some information to the user, that 1 means it is a push operation, 2 means pop operation, and 3 means display operation, and 4 means exit operation. And then you are reading the choice that user is entering, that is 1, 2, 3 or 4. And then we have a switch case where if it is a 1, then we are adding the element, and if it is 2, then we are deleting the element, and if it is 3, then we are displaying the element, and 4 we are exiting the program. So now let's see this insert and delete function. So this is the code to insert at the end of a linked list, and this is the code to delete the element from the linked list. This will be like pop operation for the stack, and then this is display operation, that if you want to display the content of the stack or linked list. Okay, so I have explained each of these function in great detail in my videos. So I'll be giving the link of each of these function, and in the description you can watch that video, and you will be able to write the code by yourself. Okay, so this is the code for giving some option to the user, that this various operation for the stack. So you might think, why you want to implement stack using linked list? Already there is a way that you can implement stack using array. So the main advantage of implementing stack using linked list is that you can add as many elements you want. Means you can add n number of element. But if you implement a stack using array, you have to give the size of the array. So in this case, what is there, we are giving the size of the stack as 10. So we will be able to add only 10 elements if we are implementing stack using array in this case. Okay, so but if we implement using linked list, there is no constant on size. You can add as many element you want. Okay, so if you want to learn how you can implement stack using array, you can watch my video which is present at this link, where I have explained in great detail how you can implement stack using array. Okay, so these are the link of the various operation that we saw. So if you want to watch each of this operation, basically want to learn to write the code how you can perform this operation, then you can refer to these links. Okay, so in this video we learn to implement a stack using linked list by adding and deleting element from the end of a linked list. So in next video we are going to implement queue using linked list by inserting the element from the start and deleting the element from the end of a linked list. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. If you have any query, please comment it